for the money to reflect, but some of them got the very, very deep. So it is a relief. We all know the kind of pain, suffering, kuinama that students go through. Yangu ni kuambia I apologize for not acting in time. In fact, this year I expected that the government will disperse funds immediately the first week before hata waingie university hivi ama any institution, si lazima ikuwe university, technical institution, TVETs, any kind of institution they are supposed to enter wakiwa na hiyo pesa kwa mfuko. It is their salary. It is their salary. Mwanafunzi pale
2, 1. What's up, beautiful amazing people? It's your girl Benny and welcome back to the Benny Experience. As always, ukiwa huku uwezi boeka, so kutembea hivi town, and that we just hijacked someone, a famous figure, someone you know, someone you've seen. Mmeona kwa mitandao pale, ni Prezo, sio Ruto, but bado yeye ni Prezo. Maybe to introduce kidogo, atueleze. Hi Manyara,
how are you?
Uko aje?
Kwa sawa kabisa. Yeah.
This is how I'm series. Hii ni class gani?
E-series.
Series E350. Yeah. This is how it looks like inside. Exactly. Karibu sana. Najua watu wanakujua kama comrades.
Yeah.
Kuna wenye wanakujua 001. Kuna wenye wanakujua majina yako kweli? Yeah.
Nani sasa ajui Manyara?
Honorable Manyara.
Anthony Manyara.
Yeah. Wafanya kazi nzuri mkubwa.
Thank you.
Tunaona pale online wafanya kazi ya HELB. Hiyo ndio kazi yako mfanya ni for how long?
What do you mean?
For how long umefanya kazi ya Honorable Prezo?
Nimefanya for quite a number of years. Now clocking to 5th as president of KUSO, Kenya University Students Organization. Exactly.
How has it been? Ebu tueleze jani kidogo. How is it governing youths like you?
Well, some of these things, you enjoy them when you know it's coming from the heart. I think I really enjoy helping other people, serving comrades. Unajua sasa si hadi hata tuko na mshahara ama tuko na budget. Ni kazi ya kujitolea tu. Moja mbili. And then you know, you get the satisfaction when everyone is happy and contented.
It's tuseme kuna kitu history na ruled by people, of the people. You are chosen by the university students themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. There's for the people, by the people, and I think it's with the people. I'm not very sure. But I think that's I think the president who said that in the US, was it Abraham Lincoln? Not very certain, but one of the famous presidents. Clearly shows that all the power is derived, and it is for the masses, or rather the people who elect. So yangu, I derive my power, small power, from comrades, not just in Kenya but also in East Africa, for which I so much thank them. It's all about service. Kusaidia wanafunzi. So I just wanted to clarify last week I, through our efforts, collective efforts in KUSO, which I proudly lead, we ensured that all the students were credited, that is loans, walipata HELB fund, you know. Wale wengi wananifuatilia pale kwa mtandao at Anthony Manyara, even on Facebook, Twitter, they all know that last week we pushed directly. I was there in their offices, wanafunzi wote wakapata HELB, na tukasema wale wenye bando hawajapata, it's just a matter of hours, sometimes it takes 72 hours for the money to reflect, but some of them got the very, very deep. So it is a relief. We all know the kind of pain, suffering, kuinama that students go through. Yangu ni kuambia I apologize for not acting in time. In fact, this year I expected that the government will disperse funds immediately the first week before hata waingie university hivi ama any institution, si lazima ikuwe university, technical institution, TVETs, any kind of institution they are supposed to enter wakiwa na hiyo pesa kwa mfuko. It is their salary. It is their salary. Mwanafunzi pale campus anafaa kuwa na pesa kwa mfuko. na hiyo pesa si ya kurent ma Airbnb. Wanafunzi tunataka ukipata mrembo unamleta kwa hostel. Mambo ya Airbnb ati nipate comrade ameambiwa ati amepatikana kwa Airbnb, that is beyond contemplation. We want to advocate for our students to remain in safe places whereby even the cost is zero. Hostels, you don't pay rent. It's actually subsidized by the institutions. Mahali pale pengine penye tungesema unaweza afford, I think there are those hostels around the schools and also rentals which are reasonable in terms of rent, but hizi zingine I think it's quite a little bit expensive for them. But this year through the affordable housing mambo hii yenye tuna push for affordable accommodation, tunataka kuona so many units in these institutions. So yangu tu ni kusema ya kwamba students to remain vigilant. We have a bigger dream. Yeah.
Okay, so of course getting the money to get to the students is not easy, and probably kuna watu wamekaa sana before wapate hiyo do, na pengine kuna huwezi pata mmoja au wawili bado application yao ijaenda through. Unaweza waambia nini?
Well, we are not just talking about the students who have applied for HELB and those who have been paid already. We're talking about even those who are not allocated batches. I, as the president, Kenya University Students Organization, have given my word that even this week I'm working on it. I want to see every student assigned a batch, and we want to, just like the way I did last week, ensure all the students have gotten help, which if you're not a student you will not understand. Kuna watu wamekuwa wakipiga kelele wakisema ati Manyara alimaliza shule 2019 ati nini. Kama wewe si mwanafunzi, keep off. Unajua mambo ya HELB kweli. Have you ever gotten 30,000 from the government? So that is delinquence, that is stupidity of the highest degree, and we really won't get bothered. We'll focus on our work. But most importantly, I want to say that those students who don't have batches, we'll get them assigned. We'll ensure that they will get their fund before waingie campus. First years pia now we have made an assurance for them to get. There are those also who had some batches but still they have not been paid. That is what I'm working on this week. So hizi vitu zote nakimbizana nazo marathon. I can only overwork, and this is something I enjoy, so it's not like you are supposed to scream all over, say, oh Manyara, you have to do this. No, I know my work out of experience. Sometimes it takes experience to understand really what you're supposed to do.
Okay, of course hatuwezi kuacha kama hatujakuuliza most of our little girls, all young girls, wenye umesema ni vizuri watu wachane na Airbnb waende kwa watumie school hostels, but una realize our wasichana most of them are looking for to money nini. Wewe ulipitia university.
Yeah.
How could you advise our young girls? It's really getting out of hand, and leaders like you, if you voice this out there, na kuna watu of course wana support femicide, unasikia watu wakisema they deserved it, leaders like you, what are your thoughts?
Well, personally I don't believe that whatever those girls went through they deserved it. They didn't deserve it. In fact, all of us as Kenyans, we are facing a lot of issues, a lot of problems. Even personally, I have my own problems, honestly. And I feel like those girls who are desperate to get some cash, anyone can be broke, and there are very few Kenyans who are rich currently with the current economy, so you cannot judge anyone. Na hata wale wenye wanasema wana criticize hao wasichana, they are being hypocrites, because we are seeing what is happening, not just in this country actually. Even some other countries, we are facing the same kind of issues. Mine is just tell students to be careful, use your brains, common sense. Sometimes we say common sense is not common, but you have to develop yours. If you're in campus, we normally say university students, or rather comrades, are barometers of wisdom and cadetors of knowledge. So I expect them to carry themselves with some decorum, to think before they leap, supposed to contemplate about the repercussions of your actions. So mine is to tell them, wanafunzi, in campus, kindly, as you go out there, even as you hustle, tafadhali fikiria, take time to think, because there are risks. Labda mtu atakuja kukuua. Kuna wengine wanakuja ku harvest organs and you never know whether watakushona wakimaliza, so you bleed and die. There are others who come and they drag you, they do funny things to you. Personally, as the chairman of KUSO, I've seen so many cases which are so much diverse. Some of them cannot even be, explained like this. So sio wasichana peke yake, hata vijana wanapitia mambo. Guys, they are young boys who are sodomized and they cannot even speak about it because it's quite embarrassing. There is that stigma around it. All these issues, they call upon someone to have some, what do you call it? Self-control. Self-control. Yeah, you are supposed to be conscious about yourself. Supposed to love your body and respect it. Kama saizi sasa venye nimetafutia wanafunzi HELB, sijatafutia vijana peke yake, nimetafutia pia wasichana. Hiyo pesa ukipata ipange vizuri. Usitumie vibaya, ati uende sahi uende ununue mzinga ya Jack Daniels na hiyo pesa itakuwa like umetumia almost a quarter. So the best way, kama lazima upige sherehe, unaanza na kitu kama Gilbis ama Kenya Ken. Kitu kidogo. Usiende pesa mingi because pesa itaisha na sasa ndio umeomba. Alafu tena uanze kusema chairman, tafadhali nitumie za cabbage. Then uanze tena kupatana na sijui wa mama wa babas. Those things are not necessary. So the best thing, use your money wisely. Pale campus, I'm also doubling the supply of condoms so that we can also have safe sex in campus. Kuna zile universities ambazo nilikuwa na supply, but I also want it to trickle down to TVETs and also colleges, technical institutions. I know comrades wanafanyanga kitu kila siku. Tusidanganyane, wanafanyanga kila siku. Kwanza kuna wale wanafanya only one. They only do one subject, one course. What do you call it? One unit in 1 week. Hiyo masaa yote ingine wanatumia kufanya nini? We know. So since we know, ours as leaders is to ensure there is good health. How do we ensure that and maximize? Is to ensure there is supply of protective measures, of course condoms, in these institutions, so that usitumie moja mara mbili. You are supposed to use you're supposed to have one packet per one encounter, so that you are able, kitumia mara moja, you can also rudia with another one, then you rudia again like that.
Sawa President, tunashukuru sana kukuhost. Endelea kupigania the people who are in campus, and of course ulimaliza unique tambo hapa nje, kuna kupeleka aje life kwa aje?
Yeah, I supposed to clarify. Unajua na mkanga maandui zangu wananiongezea miaka kila siku. I have to clarify. I'm 29 years. Yeah. 29 years. I graduated in 2019. Bachelor of Architectural Studies. It's verifiable pale University of Nairobi. ADD. In fact, tuta have kwenda ka interview huko ADD. I mean School of the Built Environment, University of Nairobi. I was first elected in KUSO in 2018-2019 when I was still elected as the president for UNSA, University of Nairobi Student Association. So took over from Babu Oino. And ever since, students always elect me even in absentia. Wakati mwingine niko huko Arusha or even in Bujumbura doing my normal roles in the East African Students Union. Nasikia tu wanafunzi wamefanya mkutano wakani-elect tena. Sababu ya nini? Ya uwezo. I can be able to assist them. Kama kuna pressure, me I don't mind. Ikiti hata inisaidii, by the way. I just enjoy helping students. So should there be a lot of pressure to vacate or rather abdicate the position, I will leave space for someone others to do the same. But I'm just asking, I'm just curious. How long does it take for someone to get to where we have reached? For someone to even to have audience? Do you know how long it takes even for a normal student to get even an appointment with some of these big people in government, for the students to get this
the help they need
implemented?
Yes.
It takes a long time, but for me it's very seamless. Inakuanga tu mara moja, hata hakuna appointment. So merely it's not about positions. Yeah, tumeweza sema yes, KUSO presidency is a position,
but in connections,
but generally that position really kivyangu as a matter of growth, apart from the fact that people know I represent students with that position, I don't see how it really helps me economically, you know, financially. I don't know. Yeah.
But 2027,
well, it's quite early right now to go to, you know, to predict what we'll vie for, but you know, God is gracious. We pray to God, we ask for to prosper better, to get more money, to get more favor from God, from the people. Huko Kimeru tunasemanga utongoria ni turia na kwenda ngai. Yani it is the favor of God that can place you up there. So I feel like I may vie in Nairobi, I may vie in Meru, I may vie nationally. But one thing I'm sure is that we will have our own political party. That one I'm sure. Okay. We'll have our own political party, which will tell comrades you should not even pay for a bob for you to get a ticket. Mimi ndio nitakuwa nakuvalisha kofia Anthony Manyara. Pia kofia na kuambia enda kwa crowd. Chapana, pata kiti yako, tupatane bunge ama tupatane whatever it is, we will contest.
Wow. Thank you so much, President. Hiyo ni nyingine short form ya ni KUSO.
KUSO.
Yes, thank you so much for talking with us. We wish you all the best in your endeavors, and thank you for assisting the students. Guys, till next time, it's been one-on-one with the one and only Honorable Manyara. Bye-bye.